Welcome to another edition of Cranky Gun Reviews. I have an infamous rifle right here. Well, not really a rifle. It's a shotgun. And guess what? It's a two-barrel shotgun, or a double barrel. This is my Stoeger Coach gun. It has a 18 or 20, I think it's a 20-inch barrel on it. This is a 20 gauge side-by-side shotgun. And I've been wanting one of these for a while. I like them because old Western movies, the stagecoach drivers are usually carrying one of these or a lever gun. I've wanted one of these for several years. You saw in my previous video, I finally had the opportunity to buy one. The other thing about these is, you know, there's a politician out there that said if you shoot 2 blasts out of one of these things, it'll scare away anything, and it's more effective than an AR15 with a 30-round magazine. Well, I'm not going to say I'm going to put that to the test today, but we're going to have some fun anyway. You can have your own opinion on that. In my opinion, what that particular person was referring to was coming out on the porch, aiming in the air, pulling the triggers, firing 2 shots, and it would quote-unquote scare away anything that was coming to do harm to you. I find a lot of problem with that, for one, because these are not very easy to reload, so if you fire 2 shots in the air and it doesn't scare away whatever's coming at you, you have to break the thing open, fumble to take the shells out. If you even have 2 more shells with you, fumble to throw them in there, close it up, turn the safety off in my case, or cock the hammer if it has hammers, and then fire again. So much slower than if you had an AR-15, just continuing to pull the trigger until that threat was dispatched. So we're just going to have some fun here today. Stoeger Coach gun. I have some very old Winchester Super X number 3 buck. I have some very old Federal Slugs, and I have some Herder's Pheasant number 4 load 20 gauge, and that's what we're going to start off with. So I'm going to go ahead and just shoot down range. I got some targets set up, but I'm not really going to aim at them. Not with the bird shot anyway, because I don't want to destroy the target stands. I'm trying to be respectful here. But let's just see how this thing looks when I fire 2 blasts out of the shotgun. Let's see. Everything ran away. I mean, there's nothing left out here. There's no animals, there's no people, there's nothing. I can't believe it. Well, I guess maybe that's because I started off with no animals or people out here. So I would say that if there were multiple assailants coming at me and I fired 2 shotgun shells at them and winged them with birdshot or missed them entirely, as people who are not versed in firearms would do, I'm betting that they're going to continue coming towards me, and now they're going to be pissed off. So let's go ahead now. I got 2 slugs, and I'm going to shoot those. Actually, let me see if I can get a better camera angle here so you can see me shoot. So I got this target here, over there. I'm going to shoot at that target and see how I do with 2 slugs. And again, this is a 20 gauge. It's not as hefty as a 12 gauge. I specifically wanted a 20 gauge because I wanted something that I could enjoy shooting. So I'll put one on the target here. And the way these double trigger rifles work, or shotguns rather, the front trigger is the right barrel, the back trigger is the left barrel. So I've heard the saying that right out front, left behind. So the right trigger is in the front and the left one is behind. So I'm going to put one on the target at about 15 yards and one on the target at 25 yards, and let's see how we do. Pretty effective. I mean, that was fun. Let's try 2 more slugs. Pretty effective. Pretty good with slugs. Let's try some buckshot. Switch over to this buckshot. Winchester Super X buckshot. It's very old. Do the same thing. I'll do 1 shot on the target at 15 yards, 1 on the target at 25 yards, and let's see how effective it is. Definitely hitting the target. Is it as effective as an AR-15? No, because let's try to do a reload drill where I have reload's in my pouch. I shoot 2, I reload, and I fire 2. I'm betting it will take me a lot longer than firing 4 rounds with an AR-15. All right, so starting off with 4 rounds, I'm going to put 2 in the chamber to start, and I'll have 2 in my pouch here on my sweatshirt. So here we go. 2 rounds first. Throw those out. Grab 2 out of my pouch. Load them in. And that's how long it would take you to reload. I'm a relatively average shooter, I would say. And that took me probably 5 or 6 seconds. And that was what you would expect, fumbling around trying to get them and putting them in the gun. So is it as effective as an AR-15 for self-defense? Well, if you think about if somebody's running at you, going 5 or 6 miles an hour running at you, in that 2 seconds, they're going to advance 50 feet. So if it takes you 2 or 3 seconds to reload your gun, and they're running at you in a full sprint trying to do you harm, knowing that your shotgun can't be reloaded that quickly, you could still be in danger. But at any rate, all that aside, Stoeger Coach gun, ton of fun. I highly recommend getting one. And again, I bought this because I really enjoy old westerns and cowboy action shooting and things like that. This is a rifle they use. I do plan to slick my action up a little bit, and I'm going to set mine up so that the safety does not automatically reset when you open the gun. That saves some of that force that you have to push this thing open to get it to work every time you reload it. But yeah, I mean, is it effective? Yeah, it's effective. Is it as good as an AR-15? I don't really think so, but that is the Stoeger Coach gun, 20 gauge side-by-side shotgun. Thanks for watching Cranky Gun Reviews. Have a great day, be blessed, God bless America, and support your 2A rights.